Yes, I'm super stoked. What's going on, guys? Clash Royale just announced the new balance changes coming on the 20th. Let's get into this, okay? First and foremost, farewell, Giant Poison. I'm kidding. I don't want it to be gone altogether. I just want it to be a little less strong because it's very, very strong right now. A lot of you guys probably saw me on TV Royale the other day. I was messing around with Giant Poison. I was like, all right, what's all the fuss about? Huh? Why is this thing so good? And I just dropped off a giant and threw down a prince and some poison, went and made some bagel bites and came back and I'd 3-crowned the guy. I'm kidding. Obviously that wasn't what happened. But it's a very strong deck. And when things are too strong, they get nerfed. Okay? And hopefully you can find a good balance. That's why it's called balance changes, because things need to be balanced. And right now the giant and the poison decks have been a little bit overpowered. So our previous giant change, these are the words of Clash Royale, didn't pull enough power from him, especially from where it matters. So this additional tweak, in conjunction with the poison change below, hold your horses, we'll get there in just a second, should put him in a better place overall. The change is relatively small because our aim is to reduce the strength of giant poison, but not remove it as a viable combo. Agree totally. I agree completely. I think that it's a great combination. I think that it works well because a lot of times people defend giants with mass troops like barbarians, or you've seen it, the skeleton army or guards or whatever, and the poison is a great, it's a smart card. It's the smart card to throw there. So I don't think that it needs to be completely destroyed, but it does need to be weaker. And those of you that use it, if you're logical, you would agree and you would say, yeah, this is overpowered. Next, poison. This is crazy to me. Will no longer slow movement and attack speed. What? That's madness. So really, it's just a dot. It's just a damage over time at this point. Thematically, poison's thing is damage over time. So we questioned whether it also needs to slow. Answer, no. This change will make poison's functionality clearer and reduce its ability to control an area for 10 seconds. Yeah, here's what people were saying before, me included, either the radius needed to be shorter or just something else needed to change. And so I think slowing movement speed and attack speed is great because, if you were to compare the cannon and the poison spell together, the cannon, what am I talking about? The fireball and the poison. The fireball does a little bit more damage, but it's instantaneous, okay? The poison hangs out, so you have to choose. Do I want to defend and cause damage to my troops, or do I want to wait on this? And so that's the kind of clear thing there. So slowing the movement speed and attack speed, I think that's good. I think that'll be a good change. Next, Elixir Collector, guys. Oh, wow. You guys know me. I've never really liked using Elixir Collectors because I feel like they can be shut down fairly easily. But if someone gets 2 Elixir Collectors, you're done. You're in a lot of trouble. Elixir cost increased to 6. So right now it costs 5. It's going to be up to 6. Elixir gain increased to 8 from 7 over the lifetime. And the lifetime is increased by 10 seconds. So it's going to last a little bit longer. Here's the thing. If you're going to deal damage to it, then is it really going to last any longer? If someone's going to poison it, or if someone's going to send their miner over to it, lightning it, blah, 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 whatever it may be. So the Elixir Collector remains one of the most popular cards in the game. Completely agree. When you see somebody pumping up, you know you're in trouble. You know that there's going to be either some serious cycling going on, or there's going to be a big push coming at you, especially if they get 2 and you're in the last minute of the game. So it's offering a good return on a small-ish risk. Yeah, so it's a little bit more expensive. Increasing the elixir cost by 1 will make it a bigger risk to play and give more opportunity to counterplay against it. Totally agree with that. That's awesome. Now, this right here I think is going to be the most fun thing because everybody's always like, oh, I see all these tweets all the time. If you guys don't follow me, do it. Molt_YT. People always tweet, they're like, great, I got a freaking log out of my chest. This is stupid. I hate this game. But check it out. The log rolls faster and further, and the damage is increased by 9%. So the log has yet to find its place or purpose within the arena. I agree with that. You see it sometimes and you're like, gosh, it's such a cool card. Why don't people use it more? But this change will at least make it more impactful and easier to play while it continues the search. So still 2 elixir, still freaking beast, still pushing everything back, doing work. I'm amped on that. Skeleton army. This is cool. Elixir cost decreased to 3. Okay, so it's kind of a cycle card. I feel like 3 is the highest level of a cycle card that you can have. You know, sometimes you'll be like, I gotta get rid of something. Okay, guards, which I know might not be that smart. Or like knight. Okay, I'll just throw my knight down over here, let him do his thing. Now, the skeleton army could be a bomb cycle card. Skeleton count decreased to 16 from 21, and skeleton level increased by 5. What? In the early game, skeleton army is a terror, but as more damage cards come into play, its usefulness falls off. Completely true. Cheaper cost and fewer, but stronger skeletons should address some of its weakness and hopefully make it a terror once again. I'm amped on this, guys. I'm amped on this, okay? I think it's going to be great. You can still zap it, still do everything you did to it before, but if you bait that zap, you're going to be in trouble. I've been seeing people use the skeleton army more lately with minion horde, goblin barrel, skeleton army. I've done videos on that like 4 months ago, 3 months ago, whenever it was, playing with it, and it's fun. It's definitely fun. It is a fun card, and I'm going to be stoked to see it come in because it really, like they said, hopefully make it a terror once again. If you just used your zap and you see a skeleton army coming and you don't have any splash damage, whew, get ready. Get ready. Next, Ice Golem. Death damage will also damage flying troops. Bug fix. At this point, all that it's done is slowed them. It's just slowed them down instead of doing damage. So now that'll happen. Now this is interesting to me, okay? The next one, the Golem. Death damage will also damage flying troops. Doesn't give us any numbers. Who knows what it's going to be? Well, I guess it'll it'll be the same as what it currently is. I don't know what that number is right now, but it says for consistency with the Ice Golem's death damage. So they're like, okay, so the Ice Golem damages things in the air. Why don't we make the Golem damage things in the air, okay? So death damage will also damage flying troops. That's cool. I'm excited about this. Guys, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're amped, if you're mad, if you're indifferent. If you're a giant poison person, are you going to continue using it? I don't know. Do I still think it'll be viable? Yeah. It'll just rely more on skill than just cycling through. Okay, giant in the back. All right, musketeer. All right, we got double elixir, prince. All right, cool. Poison. Literally, now it's going to take a little bit more timing, more precision, more skill, if you're going to continue to see it in the ladder. And I don't think it's going anywhere. I really don't. And I'm fine with that. It just needed a little bit of a decrease, and I think Clash Royale hit the nail on the head. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this little podcast-type discussion thing. I like doing these. I like reading stuff. I like talking about it to you guys. Let me know what you think, all right? What deck are you going to use after the update? Let me know down below. I'll see you guys in the next episode, all right? Peace.